Well, hello there. Welcome to the Splitmind channel. This is Adiba, and today I will break down another bassin sample. Today I will teach you how to make dark melodies, dark ambient melodies, and we will talk about the sound selection, the dark music theory, and everything. So let's get straight into it. This is the sample I will break down. Before I get started, make sure to follow me and Splitmind on social medias. My editor will put them somewhere here. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So the tempo is 91 and the scale is G sharp minor. So I went to Analog Lab 5 and this preset from Kill September's Bank, and this is how it sounds. I will explain everything, so here it is. So this melody is only 2 chords. When you're making dark samples, you can use 2 chords, just 2 chords, or you can even use 1 chord. You will see, it's all about the movement. You don't have to make large chord progressions when it's something dark, you really don't. You just need to keep it simple and moving. So this is basically C sharp minor and a G sharp minor, and it sounds like this. So how I did this is I created just 1 minor chord and then I pitched it up by 5 down. And the next thing I did is this is called an inversion. I took these top notes and I pitched them down an octave, and now it sounds like this. And what I did is just made it more interesting, and then what I did is I separated them so they are a melody but inside of the chords. So it sounds like this. So it's basically this little repetitive melody, and then it has a little stop here, and it has a little run here, and then it just copied 5 semitones down. So this is how it sounds without the effects. And with it. So for the effects, I have an EQ to clean it up, another EQ to clean it up and boost some of the highs. I have Shaperbox to create more movement, and trust me, Shaperbox is a great plugin for movement and basically anything. Movement is really important in samples because you have to keep it simple but interesting, and the best way to keep it interesting is to add textures and movements. So when you have just subtle movements like this is volume going up. It's smooth, but it adds so much, and this with envelope, what is this? I don't know, but without it sounds like this. And with it. And Shaperbox is really amazing. You have tons of things you can do with it. Really recommend this plugin. Next thing I added is this plugin from Soundtoys, and it's basically just to get more warmth and a vintage feel. I use a lot of EQs. If you don't want to use a lot of EQs, no one's forcing you to use a lot of EQs. Do what you want to. Do what works for you. I prefer just throwing a bunch in there. I don't know why, it's just part of my workflow, so yeah. Next sound is this ambient flute from, I think it's called Devils in a Synth Bank from Hayes. Sorry if I didn't pronounce his name right, but it's basically just an ambient flute, obviously, so it sounds like this. So as you can see, this is just copied from the main melody, but I just cut some of the notes out to create a call and response type of feel. So this is kind of calling, and then you wait and this is responding. And it gets a little busier here to not keep it repetitive. Now, if you don't have this flute and you want to have this similar type, just use any flute you want and add tons of reverb. Mess around with effects on anything. It doesn't matter if it's a synth or a real instrument, just try things. Trust me, sounds bussin'. Sounds bussin'. This is a flute without the effects. So I just EQ'd it and I did a primal tab. This is a delay plugin and this double tap preset. Again, any delay you want, but this is one of my favorite ones. Moving on, we get to this bell from the same bank and it sounds like this. Just copied from the main melody. I just like cut the notes a little bit shorter so it doesn't sound, so it sounds short. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking. It's really late and I have school in a few hours, so yay. Sis is failing school, that's why I've been gone for so long, so wish me luck, please. So yeah, this is without the effects. Again, EQ, another EQ, another EQ, and effect track this rock lead vocal. Okay, I don't know. I guess I just like opened the effect track and then I scrolled randomly through presets till I found something I like. And shaper box for, again, movement. So volume the same as before. Also this same as before. And time, this is like to reverse it. And you have this in what is it called? Gross beat 2. So if you don't have this, just use gross beat if you want this effect. In my opinion, this plugin is like gross beat on steroids, but with much more like options. Yeah. So next thing is this bass, and it sounds like this. So basically we're just following the root notes. So at the beginning, I like this little dun-dun and then like a little run and then another dun-dun. But here, dun-dun doesn't exist anymore. It's just like normal note because it just got too busy in this part. I didn't want to... You gotta keep it simple but have some little like spice. And it was just like too much to put it here. So it's just like a little at the beginning to add a little flavor and then it's just gone. And yeah, just copy the root notes. You can create some kind of bounce with creating these like dun-duns and then like little runs like this. Just make sure you're in the scale like this. And here. Bussin'. So without the effects. And with the effects. EQ, obviously, under EQ boosting the lows. Soundtoys have amazing plugins for effects, so this is Devil Lock Deluxe and this preset. Without it, it just like made it, you know. So true, bestie, so true. So I got these vocals, I think this is from Splice. And this is how the vocals sound with the effects. So it's a lot of EQ, Obviously Ultra Boy, best plugin for vocals, and Shaper Box, just this like volume thing. And I had a guitar rig, and this preset added like a lot of texture and sparkles and everything. And if the best way to create like unique effects if you don't have time and don't understand editing is just like go to guitar effects like Guitar Rig, bias effects and plugins like that, and trust me, you will find some crazy stuff in there. Then I added this percussion loop from Clay's new kit, Lovecraft. Get it on Dramify.com, and this is how it sounds. So yeah, then I arranged it and I like edit the steams out. This is in my opinion the best way to send samples, and this is the finished sample. And the only thing I did after is I just EQ'd it a little, I don't know why, but yeah. And I added effect track, this color old tape, and I didn't bring it all the way up, so this is how it sounds all the way up. Sounds very vintage, but I brought it down so just like a little bit more vintage, so it's a little Slight touch, but it's not too much. That rhymed. Nice. So yeah, that is the finished sample. Sorry I'm struggling so much with talking right now. I'm really tired, but yeah, hope you actually learned something. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram or write them down in the comments. And yeah, see you in the next video. Appreciate you once again, and